With a green glass screen, placing blocks per hand, it's the Hills Extreme. Have you ever seen a Yo's expand? Grown and shown up with your demands, yeah. Everybody subscribe, Sean Hills is here to promote his bro live. Placing blocks all over the place, all powered by a bigot with jump boosts and haste, brother. I'll watch him let's play and fate with Joe, all the views I'll say it. Binge watch, Hermitcraft, binge watch, Hermitcraft, binge watch, Hermitcraft. Joe, go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Stream it, fill in your gaps, check live feeds and load up Hermitcraft. Watch it on any side screen, back it up to clone redstone machines just building. With dry concrete powder, wetting it down for a much smoother towel. Cause on this tube there's only one server, the whitelist is closed so don't inquire further. Neighboring players compete on their stores. Hermitcrafters you love with improv rapport, you just binge watch, Hermitcraft, binge watch, Hermitcraft, binge watch, Hermitcraft. Joe, go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Joe. Viewers, you better click subscribe because today we're building that hype. Comment, your praises don't fail. Sean Hills on a roll with Hermitcraft details. Singing out loud the way it should be sung with the natural sound that you like for fun. You know it's live now like a Hermitcrafter. Read the description, tweet about it after. The hour of the Hermit is nigh. Churning out videos y'all will like. Binge watch, Hermitcraft. Binge watch, Hermitcraft. Binge watch, Hermitcraft. Joe. Go binge watch, 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 Joe. Binge watch, Hermitcraft. Binge watch, Hermitcraft. Binge watch, Hermitcraft. Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. Go binge watch, Joe. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just let your mind flow downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us. Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm down here in slot 7, if you're looking for that webcam. I was going to say, we are $20 away from our first face camera expansion milestone. However, Cass Gilbert from Australia showing up with 6, putting us 14 beads away from that first face camera expansion, who writes, Merry Christmas from Australia. Well, Merry Christmas to Australia, Cass Gilbert. Thank you very much for the kindness. That's not an Australian accent anymore. I think I'm drifting into Scotland. But anyway, thank you very much to Cass again for that. That puts us 14 away from our first face camera expansion. Now, for those of you who joined us on our last stream, you may remember we were working on building some 2021 New Year's fireworks displays. The first of which is going to be in, where do you call it? Brandenburg, Germany. Pipsqueak Gaming says, I don't see the donations. Well, there's YouTube Super Chat, and then there's paypal.me/JoeHills. Paypal.me/JoeHills. Not .JoeHills, /JoeHills. Let's put a https:// in front of that. Yeah, there we go. So there's 2 ways that folks can tip. and have that face camera expand. Ron Bend, have a good night. Yeah, I know Christmas morning is early for some families. You know, it's one of those things I don't want, like, I'm just going to say straight up, if anybody's watching now and they're like, oh, I've got family going on and Joe's streaming too. Well, you know what? Your family thing is the priority. Some folks, though, don't have family for Christmas Eve tonight. I don't have family for Christmas Eve tonight. My daughter is with the other side of the family this evening. That's one of the reasons I'm streaming, because otherwise I would be alone for Christmas, and I wanted to make sure that the other folks who are also in a similar situation have something to enjoy. If you are better off, this is not meant to compete with your family. Turn this off and go watch your family thing. Anyway, Therius Lolos says, hey, y'all, happy holidays to y'all, and tips 15. That's going to put us at 21, so $1 past our first face camera expansion. So if you'll direct your attention down here to slot 7, I'm going to say, howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Do-do-do-do-do, And let's go ahead and flip that green pane into our offhand so we can properly chroma key out our hoodie there. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, Serious Lollols. And happy holidays to you as well. Vidmaster7 rating with a party of 2. Welcome. My name is Joe Hills. We are just starting our stream now from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the Hermitcraft server. The sun is setting, but we are about to start laying the groundwork of our Brandenburg Gate. Now, this is a 65 wide by 11 meter build. So, what we need to do, John Lawrence Correa says, Christmas hello from the Philippines. Ah, Feliz Navidad, Juan Lawrence Correa. And happy holidays to you as well, Vinny the Destroyer. Merry Christmas to you, Lloyd Scott from Ontario, Canada. And yeah, sorry, Rosen, that is unfortunate, but you know what? Hopefully your family will will become more accepting of you in the future. It's a different time for everybody this time of year. Some folks, they have issues with their family, and I'm not here to make you feel bad. When I say, like, you should be spending time with your family instead of watching this, that's for the folks who, like, are 13 and have this on their iPad under the table, not for people who are adults whose families have rejected them and their lifestyle choices. Sammy Higgins, tip in 20, says, Merry Christmas, Joe. Well, thank you. That puts us $1 past our next face camera expansion target. So here we go. It is time to expand Joe. Do. Alrighty, here we are now. 2 face camera expansions in. Do. I should maybe get on something festive. It is Christmas Eve after all. Is there still battery in this? There is. Not, a lot. But there we go. You can see all 4 lights here. One of them's green, so it's hard to see. But also, we need to go to bed before the mobs. Hello to Canada as well, Pipsqueak Gaming. Mr. Hardluck rolling in with $59, acknowledging that single dollar overage we had earlier. Says, watching the stream is my family time tonight. How you're a great guy, and we hope your Christmas is beyond merry. This should clear the abacus yet. Well, let's see. There's 9, and then there's 50. That does indeed clear the abacus. So thank you, Mr. Hardluck. And presumably, if this is failing time for you, Queen Dark Lady as well. So I'm going to need to switch out one prop for another. We got 3 face camera expansions here. But I'm going to have to get this one ready. This prop ready. Okay, so well, let's get back on the roof because the view's better. Not the roof door. Not the roof door at all, is it? Okay. Where's B-Dubs when you hear him? He's probably with his kids. Because he's in a different situation than me. But anyway, so we've got 3 face camera expansions to clear. The first one, we're going to say, Expando Navidad Joe. Do. I don't know why I'm getting extra accented tonight. What is that? Either way, numero dos, here we go. Do. And, you know what? For this 5th face camera expansion, y'all have seen that money go straight to my head. But now, like Jacob Marley, these chains I forged in life are about to begin pulling me down to the deep below. That's right, y'all. It's time to enter the joust. Do. That brings us to 90% Joe opacity. At this point, each additional face camera expansion will be accompanied by a corresponding drop in Joe opacity. Also, it looks like Elizabeth has just tipped another 15, putting us 5 away from the next face camera expansion, who says, Merry Christmas, Joe. Well, Merry Christmas to you as well, Elizabeth. Okay. So, let's see. 5 away from the next face camera expansion. No need for a hydration break because we still have plenty of orange juice here. And we are going to roll this way. Okay. So, what we are going to do this stream is B-Dubs has approved for us to construct a Brandenburg gate here. So we need to come back 11. Why no sub button? Well, I traded all of my submarines for Pepsi. You know, it was a bad idea to follow Yeltsin in that. So here's a lesson for you kids. Don't do what Yeltsin did. And then you can have all the subs you need. You don't have to trade them for Pepsi. Okay, so here we go. We need to figure out what 11 blocks back looks like from here. So what we're going to do is we are going to /toggle, no, /trigger, yeah, ch toggle. Okay, so now we have a HUD. And you see that 1360, right? 1360, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55. Okay. Owen says it still says setting up stream. We're not ready to go. We're still setting up the stream. This stream isn't started. It's Christmas Eve. Somebody says, please read us the Christmas Carol. I read all 5 staves of the Christmas Carol over the course of the last week. We're not doing that tonight. Mr. Hardluck tips 5, bringing us evenly to our next face camera expansion target, who says cola is greater than undersea naval vessels. That might be true. So here we go, though. It is time to, once again, wait, where's my camera or cursor? There it is. Expandost, the Joe-ost. Do. Lowering our opacity now to 80%. Thank you very much, Mr. Hardluck. Well, Vidmaster, nobody ever traded a submarine for Coke, but Boris Yeltsin did trade a non-trivial part of the post-Soviet submarine fleet for Pepsi. Do you think I just come in here and make stuff up? I don't have time for that. I'm not that inventive. Okay, so what we need to do with our Brandenburg gate here is we need to go 65 blocks out and 11 blocks over. So, okay. If we roll back to here, and we say that this is one corner, then we need to go to 970, I think? If that was 935, right? And Graham McDonald, I'm glad that you and Cypress are expressing your Christmas joy, but please don't yell in all caps. That is a thing. Don't do weird stuff with caps. So our Brandenburg gate will be as wide as basically this entire pond here. Okay, so here's 970. And we need to go back 11 blocks from here. So from 1356 to 1345, I think, is where we need to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can fly back over there, because it's not that far, and we have so many free rockets now. So if we can come back here and then line up with 45. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, we need to go one lower. Who needs another birthday but 3090? Why can't you stay 29? Heck, you still feel like 22. Turn 30s in the 90s. Boom, you're passing. What can you do? What can you do? Hey, Crazy Chickens, Merry Christmas to you as well. La dun dun dun, do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, we're building Brandenburg Gate, which is the German location of the New Year's Eve festivities in Minecraft. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear out this terrain here. Years are getting shorter, lines on your face are getting longer. Feels like you're treading water, and the riptide's getting stronger. Don't panic, can't fight it, like taxes or city hall. Least you know it comes only once in your life. They're singing happy birthday, you just wish it all go away. Who needs another birthday but 30, 90, hey? Can't you stay 29, heck, you still feel you're 22. Turn 30, 1990, bang your passe. What can you do? All the chests look weird today. That's fine. La da 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 do 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 do. Ghostly Scream says, wait, it's been 60 minutes. How are you already super expanded? Well, people have already tipped. That's just how it works. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this off because it's going to actually hurt my back if I leave it all the time. Okay. So we can go ahead now and roll through here. And remove a bunch of this timber. Clearing out room for this. Different folks have different amount of time until Christmas. That is indeed true. Oh, one thing I'm actually supposed to be doing is I'm supposed to be taking notes on the draft of the Outscaw intro my brother sent me and sending notes back to him. So let's do that while we chop this down.
You gotta think about a time long past, long before all this. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing strong. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Hey goodness, how'd it get so late? Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Just let your mind float downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. The city is bright, but the stars keep growing dimmer. The dishwasher runs, you find forks for dinner. Killing lights, charging phones, setting alarms to make their tone. Winding down, closing blinds, the rest for tomorrow when there's time. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Just let your mind float downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream.
Okay, so here are the notes that I'm thinking about sending my brother on that. I think that having the backing vocals from the original works on the refrain, but maybe doesn't need to be there on the verses. Also, like this is supposed to be like a punkish cover of the original. And so I think like maybe the sound of someone like throwing a cereal box on the ground and having it just go everywhere. Like, instead of the bowl sound, or like somebody smashing a stack of bowls at the beginning is going to work. This is the first draft. This is a demo version, so we have to send back notes. That's how songwriting works, is you come up with a concept and then you refine it. It needs more rebellion. And I'm not sure if that's like the sound of somebody knocking over an entire shelf of cereal boxes in a grocery store. It's supposed to be more anti-authority. Outlaw country, in the same way that outlaw country is punk. It's not punk in the genre punk sense. It's punk in the anti-authority sense. It's supposed to feel a bit ska and a bit punk. It's not angsty enough. There's not... So... Smashing a bunch of cereal bowls, yeah. Like, or just throwing a bunch of spoons at refrigerators. Like, something like that. Somebody says, you do what you think is right. That's what I always do. That's why this is all so weird. Okay. How big can the face camera get? Well, it resets every day at 6 a.m. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania time. Because in this house, we follow Groundhog Day rules. But I'm a single parent, so, like, it would be foolish of me to turn down help. Like, when I came up with the idea that, like, hey, every time people give me money and we hit a $20 target, the face camera gets bigger. People were like, Joe, should you have an upper limit on that? And I'm like, no, I'm in the middle of an expensive divorce. And now I'm the primary parent for our child. And so that no still stands. I just need all the money people are willing to give me. Not because I'm super greedy and selfish, but just because, like, being self-employed while raising a kid, well, for one thing, 30% of the money goes to taxes, because self-employment tax is a thing. So that's funny too, because sometimes people are like, how much, I saw you make like X amount of money the other day on YouTube. And it's like, well, yeah, but you got to keep in mind, YouTube keeps like between 20 and 40%. And then the federal government keeps 30% of what I get after that. So yeah, I'm doing my best here. But yeah. The tempo is audibly confusing. Good to know, Amberwood. Maybe a little sped up to give it more of a punk feel. Okay. Yeah, taxes are not fun, but they are worth paying because, you know what? I live in a country where I'm doing better than a lot of people, and I am happy to help them any way I can. But, like, it's funny to me when people try to estimate how much I walk away from on each stream, and it's like, no, you're off by, like, half. So, anyway, yeah. So, why would I have an upper limit on how big the face camera can be in an environment like that? What's the plan for this video? We're building a Brandenburg Gate. Toxic Glitter Tips 5, who says, hey, Joe, my mother doesn't understand why people watch streamers. Say hi to Martha. Hey, Martha. Howdy, Martha. Joe Hill's here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Basically, like, a lot of what I do is kind of like, I don't know, Martha, if you ever, like, listen to the radio. But I grew up listening to WTKS, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. For a while, I lived in the radius of WOR, and I grew up listening to them. And when I was a kid, I always wanted to go into radio. And in radio, it's fun because you can talk about what you want to talk about, but you also take calls from people. And in this case, the chat is a lot like that. And instead of taking money from, like, a gutter company that's like, I'm not doing a live read here, where I'm like, don't spam emoji. I'm not doing a live read here where I'm like, hey, do you need your gutters replaced? A lot of gutters get clogged with leaves, and wouldn't it be great if your gutters were the exception rather than the rules? Make your neighbors jealous with these better gutters. Instead, I'm just like, hey, I have a kid. If you have extra money, I will take it. And then I get money from the people who watch instead. And then they don't have to listen to ads about gutters, because a lot of them don't have leaves. That problem is not applicable to them. So So yeah, it's basically I'm doing the same thing people have been doing for a long time. Before that, there was like a whole bunch of people that would just wander between like towns in the Roman Empire, like yelling about messiahs. The most famous of these is John the Baptist. Now, I don't claim to be any sort of like prophet or whatever, but like literally, like what he was doing was not unique to him. People weren't like, what's this John the Baptist guy? What's his business plan? There were like dozens of people who would just wander around in the desert from town to town yelling entertaining things, and then the people in the town would like give them and their followers food, and then they would move on. Like, people have been doing what I'm doing now for thousands of years. Hey, CJ Hills, my brother, tips 10, who says, Merry Christmas from Chattanooga Joe. Here's some money for the government and for you. Well, of that 10, I'll make sure to set aside 3 for the government, but that puts us 5 away from our next face camera expansion. Well, I'll put away 3 or a third of whatever YouTube actually gives me at the end of the day. But, yeah. Like, what I am doing, if you don't get it, that's fine, but, like, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that what I'm doing is a revolutionary form of new media communication. What I'm doing is very established, and people who enjoy it, like, you know what? People who, like, listen to Prophets in the Desert, their families thought they were weird, too. People who listen to too much talk radio, their families like, why don't you just watch the telly like all the normal folks? You don't need to be always listening to talk radio. That's weird, you know? So it's fine. You don't have to get it, but it is a thing. Like, I'm not making this up as I go. So, yeah, where were we? What am I using the dirt for? I don't know yet. I'm just storing things. Hey, Mr. Hardluck tips another 5. That's going to put us evenly at our next face camera expansion. So it's time to say... expand. Lowering our opacity now to 70%. And then we got a tip via PayPal here from Ethan, who says, easy peasy here. Wishing you a Merry Christmas a few hours prematurely. Thank you for that 20 easy peasy. That is 1 full face camera expansion target. So let's go ahead and process that now. Expando the Joe-ost. Already lowering that opacity now to 60%, the most obnoxious of face cameras. Here I am. Ooh. And it looks like, hey, we just got another tip via YouTube from Drew Wendt, who tips 50. That's going to be 2.5 milestones right there. Boom, 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 boom. Thank you very much, Drew, who says, you have a kid and I have extra money. Merry Christmas, Joe. I really appreciate it. Like, y'all, this is wonderful. Like, my kid isn't here this Christmas. It's just me, and so I'm glad to hang out with y'all. But no, I do appreciate the tips as well. So thank you, Drew. There's that first face camera expansion. Let's lower that opacity now to 50%. Also, where are we in terms of sunlight in Minecraft? Sun's setting. We got 1 more face camera expansion to go, but I don't want to be stuck over here. Why is our frame rate so terrible? Do I still have folding at home running? Let's pause folding at home. Sorry. And so that second face camera expansion for Drew Wendt. Here we go. Expand juiced. Lower in our opacity now to 42%. Thank you, Drew Wendt, for that. And we are $10 away from our next face camera expansion. Okay. Mary Hoffman? Is that the... CJ, do you know if is that the real Mary Hoffman? I don't know who would know to make a fake Mary Hoffman. Is that the... Like, I'm sorry. I'm, like, losing my mind that Mary Hoffman is here. I've been doing this for, like, a decade, and I didn't realize that I was on Mary Hoffman's radar at all. And Catherine says yes. That is? Hey! Good evening to you! Merry Christmas! Happy Christmas Eve! Mary Hoffman is somebody I have known since I was a wee child, who has been incredibly encouraging of me in all sorts of different ways, and arguably all the ways that I have screwed up the most and ended up paying for it over the longest course of time could have been avoided by following her advice. And so, wow. Okay, Merry Christmas, Mary Hoffman. I am so pleased that you made it tonight. That's a real Christmas treat. That's a genuine delight. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm guessing my dad told you that I was streaming. But that's delightful. So anyway, what we are doing right now is we are working on building a 1-to-1 scale model of the Brandenburg Gate, which is in the mid area of Berlin, Germany, because that is where Germany's biggest New Year's Eve celebration takes place. We are preparing to do a New Year's Eve live stream about a week from now from this location, and I know a lot of folks are going to be stuck at home on account of that coronavirus. It's the responsible thing to do, so, I just figured I should set up a little fireworks show of my own. So, yeah. So, right, what mistakes? Well, for one thing, joining ROTC just got me a bunch of debt and no actual Marine Corps commission, and it took me a decade to pay that off, so, maybe I should have pursued a less militaristic, set of career goals. That would have been a brilliant one on my part, but that's on me. Nobody failed to convince me otherwise. I was too bullheaded to see otherwise. Sammy G, thank you for the 5, who says, thanks for all the fun streams. They have really gotten me through this year. Merry Christmas, Joe. That puts me $5 away from the next face camera expansion. Thank you very much, Sammy. And we got another tip via PayPal. $50 from Mike, who says, thanks, Joe. Merry Christmas. Well, thank you, Mike. Let's see. So we're going to go on the advocacy here. 5, then 25. So that's 2 face camera expansions. 45 is 3 face camera expansions, and then another 5 puts us 15 away from the one after that. So let's go ahead and take care of all 3 of those real quick. Here we go. Expand. Jost. Do. Lowering that opacity now to 32% Fahrenheit. Brr. That is pretty freezing. We got 2 more to go. And 1, 2, 3. Grow. Do. Lowering that opacity now to 24%. And for that third one, we're going to drag this off screen. OBS, the broadcasting software that I use for this, does not like it when the camera gets this big. So it gets a little bit sketchy trying to pull this out of the way. Huge eyes, but lowering that opacity now to 20% even. So thank you again to Mike for that 50. Okay. And there we go. And, okay. So, we are working on a model of the Brandenburg Gate from Berlin, Germany. It's been around for a couple hundred years, roughly. So, what we need to do is, it's 65 meters wide and 11 meters deep. And we need to have kind of a level area that approaches it. So what I'm kind of doing right now is I'm just ripping out the land in front of where the Brandenburg Gate is going to be. Merry Christmas, CJ. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Okay. So here we go, just kind of hewing into this embankment. Now, there's actually like plaza in front of the real Brandenburg Gate. We don't have room to build the plaza on this side. So, like, objectively, the pond here is going to replace that plaza. Okay. I don't think we're going to use stone brick for this build. I think we're going to use sandstone because it looks closest to the actual pillar material of the Brandenburg Gate itself. So, it seems like our inventory is pretty full. We are not actually picking up these materials as we go very well. So we're going to load what we got in here. Okay. I'll need my electro repaired soon. Thank you for the note. I will do that when we can. We're not there. Okay. So let's go ahead and manufacture at least one more chest here for the random materials that we're going to capture as we go. Minecraft today is indeed in Christmas mode. It has reskinned all the chests. That's not on my end. That's just like core to the game. Welcome, Tokobot. Glad you could join us this evening. Okay, so we're going to toss a bunch of this random stuff in here. I should actually take this box that was a present from Scar and put it in my ender chest for safekeeping. Okay. But yeah, have a good night, Mary. Okay. So, here we go. Let's put this in there and be back on our way this way. What are we building and gathering resources for? A 1-to-1 scale model of the Brandenburg Gate from Berlin, Germany. Okay, so we have enough free space in our inventory now that we can just grab what we've got here. So the server is not going to completely fill up. Merry Christmas, Ibanez Chicken. Okay. I did get a present from Scar. He sent all of us presents. It's going to be in the beginning of this next video, but we're still like in the process of setting up to record that. Okay. So here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Ba bum bum ba bum. Do do do. Do do do. Okay. So, let's see. We need... That's only like 4 meters of space past the gate. Tai plays games says, would you consider streaming something other than Minecraft sometimes? Yeah, I mean, I do that already. I stream drawing streams, and I stream other games sometimes. I stream Dungeons and Dragons. Just keep an eye on my Twitter, because not everything gets streamed to YouTube. So the thing is, YouTube's algorithm penalizes you for streaming anything that's not, like, your most popular thing. So sometimes I do weird stuff that ends up only on, like, Periscope or Twitch. Yeah, no, some folks are talking about Grian, visiting my base during his world tour. Yeah, he asked everybody permission for that, and I was like, yeah, definitely come on by. And it seemed like he really enjoyed himself while he was here, so that was good. So, I don't normally do poetry streams on my own, but like the Southern Festival of Books did have me on to do a poetry reading during their live stream this year. That was a real treat. And then they sent me some chocolate as a way of saying thank you, which was an unexpected gift. Have I thought about joining the other hermits when they play Among Us? Yeah, we did that once, but usually, like, they're streaming at times, or there's, like, conflicting schedule stuff. But, like, if I'm invited, I would definitely consider saying yes. But a lot of times stuff like that, like, they've already got, like, a full group that they're already playing with. Okay. How often are the D&D streams? Those take longer than usual, so usually those only happen when my daughter is away. So I'm going to be doing a D&D stream later this month, actually, because she's going to be gone for the holidays for a little bit. Okay. So we're going to kind of create like a gradiated slope here, or graduated slope here, down to the gate. There is a lot of prep work for D&D, but the big thing is, when I stream while my daughter is here, I try not to stream for more than 2 hours at once, and D&D really takes more than 2 hours to do right. How long will Season 7 last? As long as it takes. Okay, so let's go ahead and empty some of this excess dirt just to free up some inventory space. We're going to look over there. We got some time. D says, what do you use to put the coordinates on screen? Asuma has some sort of thing for that, but it's like a server-wide thing. It's not something I set up, so I don't know how to actually tell you to set it up. And we're gonna go ahead and go to sleep here. Hey, in the meantime, it looks like we have just gotten a wonderful Christmas Eve tip from Marissa Rawls. So why don't we roll up to the roof here so we have a good view while I read that. Let's point the view this way so we can see the area we're going to be working in better. Marissa Rawl says, Merry Christmas, Joe. Thank you for streaming tonight. I appreciate you and all you are doing for so many people this holiday season. And Marissa is tipping 100 even. Well, let me say, that is a huge, huge way to contribute to the stream. Thank you, Marissa. So let's see. Basically, the Abacus has 100 beads on it. So that's just going to be 5 face camera expansions. We were 15 away from the next face camera expansion after that. And quite frankly, that's where we're going to end up again. So let's process these 5 face camera expansions before anything else rolls in to make trouble for me. So here we go. We are currently at 20% Joe opacity. It's time to expand Joe. Do. Numero uno. And lowering that Joe opacity now to 16%. And numero dos. Expand that Jost. Do. And we are going to keep on grabbing this until we have it where we need it to be. Grow in that window and then lower in that Joe opacity down to 12. We've got 3 more face camera expansions remaining thanks to the wonderfully generous Marissa Rawl. Merry Christmas to you and yours as well, Marissa. So here we go. Uno, dos, tres. Let's grow Joe's face. Do. Where is my face? I can't even find it anymore. There it is. That's my eyes. Lowering that Joe opacity now to 9%. There we go. And we've got 2 more to go. Expand. OBS is freaking out. Jost. Do. Sometimes when the camera gets this big, I need... Okay, wait. I found my eyes that time. Lowering it down now to 6% Joe opacity. And then we have 1 more to go to process Marissa Rawls' incredibly generous tip. So here we go. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a gigantic face, whether you like it or not. You better like it. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Here we go. Expand. I can't find my face. There it is. Joe. Do. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 3%. Thank you very much again, Marissa Rawl. I appreciate it. And I was just about to start work again on my Brandenburg gate. We were 15 away from our next face camera expansion. And then Mitchell tips another 20. That brings us 5 past, who says, Merry Christmas from Australia, Joe. Well, Merry Christmas to you as well, Mitchell down under. So anyway, that's actually, we're going to go ahead, and our face camera is about to get so big, we're about to start having like a whole different set of problems. Let's see if I can actually resolve those. Because, like, once the camera gets big enough, we got to switch to our secondary camera. Luckily, I've got a whole thing in mind just for that.
Dear live stream views, will you watch my face? It took up your screens and began to fade. It replaced some pixels from a game you like. And this is my job, so I wanna be a webcam expander. Webcam expander. It's off color optics from a broken cam, and some other child just throws up its hands. The Jost is beaten for showtime now. It's a heady job, and he wants to be a webcam expander. Webcam expander.
You didn't hear any of that. I've been talking for like 2 minutes straight. That's fine. Okay. Lone Star Wolf says, I will never get over the fact he bought a Beetlejuice costume for that. You know, I explained capital to my child with this Beetlejuice costume. She was like, how much was that Beetlejuice costume? And I was like, it was like $115. And she was like, that's a lot of money for a Beetlejuice costume. And I was like, yeah, but, you know, it's one of those things like each time the Beetlejuice costume comes out, it's only because we made more than that. And, you know, hopefully over time, you know, it'll offset in such a way that, you know, we can, you know, cover rent and things as a result. This is what you do. You invest in capital and then you use those tools in order to, you know, earn a profit over time. And, you know, so yes, it's actually a very nice Beetlejuice costume. But here's the thing, is if I got a Beetlejuice costume that only looks good on screen, well, you know, what happens when I go to a convention and people want to take pictures with me with the Beetlejuice costume, and then the Beetlejuice costume looks like garbage? You know, that's not acceptable. So no, this is actually like, this is one of the nicer suits I own. It just happens to be a Beetlejuice suit. So that's a thing that happened. But, you know, that's... Sometimes, as an entertainer, what you got to do, you got to invest in the tools that you need for your craft in order to, you know, grow as an entertainer. You know, you didn't see, you know, Jim Henson still making puppets out of socks, you know, 8 years in. You know, he's investing in the good hot glue guns and the fine felt and foam. You know, that's one of those things, you know, you just got to be willing to do. So here we are. We've got a lot of land cleared for our Brandenburg Gate, and, you know, I think it's kind of, you know, it's an up-and-coming build. It's one of those things that's kind of on its way. You know, we can clear out some of this land here. I think that's going to work out. So, anyway, yeah, this is my Beetlejost voice. I'm the Beetlejost with the Beetlemost. We are now $45 away from the next Face Gamer expansion. We switched to $50 milestones at this point in the stream. Grant Rogers says he made Kermit out of his mom's sweater. He made the first Kermit out of his mom's sweater, but the second he started to have to perform, like, you know, 3 shows a week, you know, you start needing things that are not your mom's sweater. So, yeah, that's the thing. Let's see. Yeah, also, my mom doesn't have a Beetlejuice sweater that I could just, like, grab. So, anyway, let's go ahead and clear out some of these trees we got to clear out here. But thank you again to Mitchell. I said thank you again when the microphone was muted, and that was my B. Or my bravo, as folks associated with the NATO were going to say, you know. So, bravo, Mitchell. So we are just kind of trying to create this graduated general slope here down toward the location of our Brandenburg Gate. Tai Plays Games says, congratulations on your number of viewers. Never look at the number of viewers if you're streaming. It'll make you neurotic. Like, don't tell me numbers. That's not helpful. Hey, welcome, Merritt. We are playing on the Hermitcraft server tonight. We are building a Brandenburg Gate for New Year's Eve. We're going to have a New Year's Eve live stream because so many folks are stuck at home tonight, can't be with their loved ones, their friends and family they normally celebrate New Year's with, myself included. My friends and I get together every year, every New Year's Eve, and this is one of the first years I'm going to miss it in a long time. But you know what? Given the pandemic going on, it's the responsible thing to do. So our annual party is called off. So we're going to do a show, or I'm going to do a show. For you and all the other folks who are stuck at home. So, anyway, here we go. Okay, I feel like we have a relatively good layout here for this. We've got a slope of roughly 2, not exactly 2, but roughly 2, all the way up to where our berries end here. So that's good. Okay. Yeah, Han Solo didn't want the odds, and I don't want the numbers. Never tell me the numbers. Yeah, normally I only find out how many people watch my stream if I was streaming while my daughter was watching on the TV in the other room. And I come out, and she's just like, well, that didn't seem like a very popular one. Maybe you should stream with Cleo more. People like to watch those. And I'm like, thanks, child. Cleo's busy. I do my best. But I'm sorry I don't control the British academic schedule for, like, schools. You're the best. There are, like, several different streams simultaneously. So being like, oh, there's only X number of people watching. Yeah, that's watching on that service, but I'm streaming on 3 services at once. Let's go ahead and drop down here. I want to be streaming on more service, or I want to be streaming with Cleo more, but like it's just hard to get our schedules lined up. Okay, Mr. Hardluck tips another 5 who says, you said graduated slope. Is that an ROTC thing? QDL is going to graduate magna cum laude. Is that better than that? I don't understand the entire... Every part of that is like different things I don't understand, Mr. Hardluck. Graduated general slope. We're building a graduated general slope. Are you saying like I'm going to graduate... okay. I feel like this joke is over my head. It's just going whoosh. But anyway, $40 away from our next face camera expansion. Okay. So, here we go. So the pillars here are going to be 2 blocks wide. And they're going to be 15 meters high. So we're going to go ahead and just drop in these, and we're going to pull out the sandstone and the sand. Okay. So, how do you make cut sandstone? Is it by... So, what kind of sandstone makes the best pillars? I should maybe go get one of those, cutty block things. One of those, is it called a grindstone or a stone cutter? I feel like I should get one of those stone cutter things. Okay. Stone cutter. This is really messing with me that everything looks different. I think I brought a stone cutter with me back. Maybe not. Well, I don't seem to have a stone cutter at the moment anyway, is what I'm learning. So, like, that's a whole separate thing that we might need to deal with independently. Oh, it's only showing me two recipes because I need a table. Good to know. Smart folks. 1 iron and 3 stone. Okay. I feel like I had some iron. We're going to build it up with iron bars, y'all. Like the rain in Spain has fallen mainly on the plains up here. Okay, 1 iron. We can go get 3 smoth stone according to Red Drag 7. That's what we need. 3 smoth stone. Don't know who that is, Mr. Scarfy. Sorry. Stone cutter. 1-way ticket, yeah. Wait, is that an extra boat? We need to bring all the extra boats to our extra boat place. Extra boat place. Bring me a dream, la la la. Yeah, the present chests are a Mojang thing. That's not on my end. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice if the Ender chest had a different Christmas skin than everything else. But you know what? We don't always get to pick everything about life. Some stuff we just get handed, okay? So we're going to be cool with it. Okay, so I think Put sandstone in here, we get cut, chiseled, sandstone wall. So if I make these pillars, because the pillars are supposed to be 1.7 tall, and then they connect kind of to these. Whoops. Drew Wendt, tips 5, who says, who keeps Atlantis off the maps? Who keeps the Martians under wraps? We do. Thank you very much to Drew. That puts us 35 away from our next face camera expansion. Once we get to the Beetlejuice, we switch over to $50 milestones. Okay. Oh boy. So, what we were trying to do, we've got some chiseled sandstone here. I wanted to see, these do look kind of like pillars in front of that. I wish they didn't connect. But I mean, this might just have to be what we accept. Although, if we take smooth ones, do we have any smooth cut sandstone? We can make cut sandstone slabs. If we make, so there's cut, chiseled. I feel like there's a smooth sandstone too. If we put it in a furnace, am I crazy? Yeah, the camera is in slot 7. That's the webcam. Thank you for noticing. Oh, I did have a grindstone here. Okay. Core concept, though. Do I not have any extra rockets? We might be in one of those we have 2 problems scenarios. We need to go get more rockets. And we need to work on our gate. But we can't just work on the gate, and we can't just go get rockets. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to make some more chests here. Well, whatever. It's fine. So sand, sandstone, all that is going in here. Extra signs, all that. All gone. Bye-bye. Then we're going to take these 2. Already have a great night, Bobo Girl. And we are going to run back to the shopping district where we can get more rockets from Tango's base. Thanks to our Christmas blessing. Okay, any guests? No good. Any guests? Do 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 do. Any guests? Do 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 do. Any guests? Do 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 do. Run away. Run real fast. Do 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 do. Run real fast. Do 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 do. Run real fast. Do 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 do. Run away. Get rockets. Okay, I'll take a break from that. Okay. Yeah, we do have free rockets. We just need to go get all the rockets from Tango. Smooth sandstone is as blast resistant as cobble. I didn't know that. Yeah, we got gold trousers, so we don't have to worry about the piglins attacking us. Galdavik says, wait, does the face size reset with the Beetlejuice? Yeah, this is a different camera. And it doesn't have good color correction, which is what makes me look like Beetlejuice, even before I got the suit. We had the Beetlejuice joke before I got the Beetlejuice suit. But... yeah, now we have both. So the other camera, the original face camera is like so big it's now transparent. And oh my gosh, the frame rate here is terrible. That's why we don't play in the shopping district anymore. Okay. I did get my present from the top of town hall. Thank you for asking, William Camarton. Yep, I got that yesterday. And that was the beginning of our next episode we started recording. Okay. Wrong exit. Okay. Jano Samargoliani says, is this an old stream? Oh yeah, this is the oldest stream, Jano Samargoliani. This is like 15 years old. It's Christmas Eve, so I'm just playing a old tape from like 2005. It's 2005 here, so we're still looking forward to the channel being finished. I don't know. What did people do in 2005? Real estate's going up forever. Just buy a lot of real estate. Keep doing that. Don't never stop buying real estate. Hey, we got another 5 from MP who says, hey, could you say hi to my parents, Papa and Mama MP? Well, hello there, Mama and Papa MP. I don't know much about y'all, but I hope you are having a wonderful evening. And thank you for indulging your child in sharing entertainment. What I make is weird and niche. And I always tell people who like my stuff, people are like, oh, I want to get my friends into your work, but it's so weird. It's a real struggle. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe not everybody has to like everything. Maybe that's part of what makes it art. So if you're just like accommodating your child and being like, I'm going to nod along, but this is weird and it's fine because it's Christmas or whatever, like, you're doing a great job as parents, but like I know I make weird things. I know that they are niche. So don't feel bad if it's just like, yeah, that was pleasant, but like it's clearly a you thing. Anyway, thank you again, MP. That puts us 30 away from our next face camera expansion. Okay. So we have a bunch of sand and a bunch of sandstone here that we need to build our Brandenburg Gate. I feel like we need to try cooking some of the sandstone. That's what I'm missing. I came back here with a furnace, and I didn't place it because I was so busy getting the rockets. So we're going to try putting some of the normal sandstone in here with these. Like, I'm not trying to make something for everybody. I'm trying to make something for me that, like, for some reason other people happened to enjoy. And so, hey, I got a kid. I got to make a living off it. I'm happy to keep making it for money, but, like, I'm not making this for the masses. I'm just making this for me as a job now. It's a weird thing. Okay. Jano says, oh, sorry, I thought that was a restream because of the letters saying setting up stream now. Well, we usually set up the stream until we actually have all the materials we need. Now that I'm actually cooking this, the sandstone, I think we're actually almost ready. Luckily, I have a song for when we're on the cusp.
p.m. the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title tweet for water tank top and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the stream, and so I'll pause, fold in, and open VLC. I'll put 2 songs before, lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Folks asking when will my stream begin? At master how to its items and chest tools breaking. Pickaxe went poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. So I'll click crafting quick anvil time enchant pick, then I'll replace the books in a random chest with care. I'll tour my winery, I'm sure there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chaps where not any closer to recording. Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin? Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show.
So there we go. The stream is now set up. We're going to remove that setting up stream thing. Hey, Original Baron, Merry Christmas to you as well. I'm realizing without Ender Pearls, it's hard for me to just like jump up to where I need to be on this build. Also, I turned down my audio earlier in the game. Let's get that back where it's audible. Okay. Hey, happy birthday, Death Giver. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Death Giver. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Y muchas más. Darian Heibel says, thank you for streaming on Christmas Eve. I know your fans appreciate it. You know, I know that I can't be the only one stuck at home alone on Christmas Eve. Family and friends alone and at home as well. You know, it just makes sense this year to do things a little differently. And hey, thank you to Catface Ooh for raiding with a party of 3. Welcome, D-Dog. Welcome, all raiders. My name is Joe Hills. We are broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee, here on the Hermitcraft server. My base is at the border. Well, not at the border. My base borders BOO's base. So BOO's area is over here, and my base is over this way. We are about to be constructing a Brandenburg Gate to ring in the new year. It's 65 meters wide. It's 11 meters deep. It is 15 meters tall. And so we are getting that going right now so that on New Year's Eve we have a place to shoot off some fireworks at midnight. Now it's going to have 6 big pillars and whatnot here throughout. I need to actually kind of probably go mark those or demarcate those. So that's going to be like boo-doo-doo-doo. And then also like doo-doo-doo-doo. Now, this pond here is going to be some element of concern. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with the ground exactly. I haven't figured that out yet. But anyway. Hey, welcome, Keeler MG. Glad you could join us this evening as well. Thank you to everybody also wishing Death Giver a happy birthday. You know, it's funny because, like, happy birthday's in the public domain now, but when I started doing streams in 2008 or so, it wasn't, and so I got in the habit of singing people happy birthday in Spanish. So, yeah, I'm still doing that, whether people like it or not. Yeah, you know, I think that this is going to work, the smooth sandstone as well as the sandstone here. Yeah, this will be good. Now, we're going to need way more blocks than we have right now. We have so much sandstone and not enough, by any means, smooth sandstone. And not by any means enough walls. So let's go ahead and keep churning and burning some of this into walls. Okay. So this needs to be 15 high. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Great. And, hey, what? Okay. Thought I misread that at first. Thank you to C. Lance for the 500 So the abacus here goes up to 100. We were 80 away from filling it. So we're going to go like, there's 80. There's 180. 280. 380. 480. And then moving those 20 beads, that's 500. So that's 10 Beetlejuice face camera expansions. So thank you very much to C. Lance for that, who says, "Happy holidays, Joe. Thank you for all you have done this year for the people that need a break from reality and just need a fun time." Well, thank you for your exceptional generosity and continuous support of the stream. C. Lance is one of our Patreon patrons who has always been a huge supporter, and I cannot say enough how much it helps to round out the year with tips like these. Wow. So let's see. Oh, the sun's setting. Let's get over here closer to where the beds are, and then we will start processing those 10 Beetlejuice expansions. I was going to say, we should probably play the webcam expander song again, and then, I guess, see how many we can do during one of those. Here we go. Hey, it's me. It's the Beetlejuice with the Beetlemost. So there's 1 out of 10. We got a few more. We're over here in the corner now. Numero dos. It's that Beetlejuice. So there we go. Here's numero tres. It's my face. Webcam expander. Numero cuatro. There we go. Numero cinco. We're about to get a little bit more transparent. Expand the Beetlejuice. Dropping that Joe Pasty now to 90%. Oh no, it's the sun's setting. Might as well get to bed. Tree Hugger says my phone just bugged out. What just happened? Well, it's about to get a lot weirder. Your phone is gonna be like you're gonna have way more problems. So Chloe says, "Why are you blue?" Well, we already blew out the first webcam, and the second webcam's blown out. So that's where we're at. D-Dog, 1968, 64 nerd. That's way too many numbers at once when my brain's already got. Says, "Merry Christmas from Catface Uwu and 64 nerd, also known as D-Dog, 1968, 64 nerd. Head expansion. Tips another 50. Okay, I'm going to put that on here. We've got 5 more from C. Lance, and then we got 1 from you. So that's 6. I've still got my hoodie on underneath the suit. It's fine. This chain is in the way. Okay. It's fine. Okay, so 6 to go. Here we go. The problem is the Beetlejuice voice. It doesn't work when I'm smiling. I can't do the Beetlejuice voice while I'm smiling. But anyway, we're gonna drop the Joe Pasty now to 80%. That leaves us at 5 to go. I need to pick a voice that I can do while I'm smiling, because when people give me this much money, it's hard not to smile. I really appreciate folks supporting the show. Here we are now at 70. Leaves us with 4 more face camera expansions to process. So we're gonna move that out of the way. We're gonna make it bigger. We're gonna drop down 60%. Woo, we're still process. How many is 3? I can't even count at this point. 3 more to go. So thank you, C. Lance, for that. You got 2 more for you. So here we go. Numero dos. Whoa, that was my face went all the way that way. Drop in the Joe Pasty now to 50%. The final expansion for the incredibly generous C. Lance rolling in now. Here we are. And there we go. Ba-da-ba-bow. Where's my face? I can't even find it. Dropping down now to 42%. So thank you again to C. Lance for 10 face camera expansions of the Beetlejuice all the way at once. I'm going to need a longer song, clearly. And then we got 1 more to process for D-Dog and Catface Uwu. So thank you very much, Catface Uwu and D-Dog. Here we go. Expand. I can't do the voice while I'm smiling. Yeah, we're just gonna make the camera bigger, and I'm not gonna smile. I'm gonna be real glum about it. There we go. That's me. I'm not smiling. It's it's so cold in here. We're dropping down to 32% on the Beetlejuice with the Beetlemost. I don't even need to wear the suit. It's still here. You can still see there's a sleeve. It's got stripes. A lot of stripes on this suit. But okay. So thank you again to CatFaceUwu and 64Nerd for that 11th face camera expansion, and to C Lance for the 10 before that. Okay, so okay, where was I? Brain. We're cooking sand? Something? Okay, I like, broadly speaking, know what we're trying to accomplish this episode. Did we leave any sand in here? No, that would have been convenient, though. Okay. Hey, Devin Krates, glad you could join us this evening. Yes, we have already achieved Beetlejuice. We have had incredible kindness and generosity poured forth today by so many wonderful viewers of the stream. Once again, I always want to reiterate, like, I spent 10 years after graduating from college unable to support the arts, so nobody who's watching today should ever feel guilty if you cannot tip. The people who are tipping are doing so because I want to make a show that's free for anybody who wants to watch it, whether they have money or not, and they are just helping me do that. If you have more money later and you want to help other folks do that, or help me even, whenever you're in a different financial situation, you are, of course, welcome to do that. But we are producing work for free for people to enjoy on the internet. And I cannot say thank you enough to the folks who make that possible. But no one should ever feel like I don't appreciate them showing up and enjoying my work if they can't tip. This show is it's been inspired by so many people who publish their work for free for everyone to enjoy, and I want to continue in that tradition. Okay. Welcome, Geffen. I'm glad you and your mother got a chance to hang out and make some dumplings for Christmas. That's wonderful. And apparently they were traditional Polish dumplings. So my grandfather on my mother's side, my maternal grandfather, was from Poland. He was born in America, but his family was from Poland. They were coal miners who came to Pennsylvania from Poland to seek a new start here in America. And so, like, when I grew up, my mom was always making Polish food, like pierogies and mincentatis, and I'm sure that's not how you actually pronounce it in Polish, but yeah. So I'm not really, like, in touch with my Polish heritage. I'm gonna say that straight up. Kibasi too, yeah. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, when folks donate to me, they're doing it to support the whole community. It is greatly greatly appreciated. Like, that's the thing, and, like, that's not just about me and about my show. Like, when you see folks in your community helping others and you can't, don't feel bad. Just look forward to getting to a point in your life when you have better opportunities to help in the same way that those people are now, you know? We all should help with whatever we have at the time, but realistically, when we're young and when we are getting started out and stuff, like, we're not going to have the same opportunities as people who are older or more established than us, you know? So, yeah. Oops. Okay. And it looks like we just got another tip via PayPal here. Okay, we were 30 away from our next face camera expansion. Can you even see the beads anymore? Yeah, you can. We just got 50, though, so that puts us 20 past that next face camera expansion milestone from New Jersey Coffee Junkie, and Manatee Gag, who say, wishing you and Corinne a very Merry Christmas. Treat yourself to something extravagant from us, and thanks for being a darn good friend. You help make this year more bearable. I do what little I can. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and expand. Where's the camera's so big I can't find the corner. Here it is. I got to grab the corner to actually make it bigger. Expand. Jost. Do. Lowering the Joe opacity now to 24%. Thank you very much, New Jersey and Manatee Gag. That puts us $30 even away from the next face camera expansion. Okay. So, where was I? We need to cook more smooth sandstone. I'm worried that we don't have enough sandstone at all in general. We have chiseled sandstone. Can I turn the chiseled sandstone into anything? No. Can I cook the chiseled sandstone to get it back into something else? No. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we'll use the chiseled sandstone for like some of the... There are like decorated parts of this build that the chiseled sandstone will be appropriate on. But, okay. We are, broadly speaking, just straight up out of materials. So what we need to do now is empty our inventory and head to the, what do you call it, district? The digging mesa, the digging desert. Okay. I'm going to leave this too. Yeah, this should be all we need. Okay. Okay, do we want to wait for the sun to go down? I mean, we got to travel all the way through the nether. But that's dropping fairly fast. I mean... I did get my present from the top of Town Hall. Thank you, Cypress, for being so thorough and your gentle inquiry. Happy holidays to you as well, Kitty Beth. Kitty Beth, I sent you your Patreon invite via Patreon message. I hope you saw that and got it. That'll let you join the Discord and join us for our post-show rap parties and things like that. And for anybody else interested in the Patreon, let me post a link to that right now. Okay. There we go. Let's go to sleep with a bit of ham in our, or lamb in our hands. You never want to go to sleep unlamb-handed. Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure, because you said you weren't sure where you were going to get the invite. It's a Patreon message. So I wanted to make sure you knew where to look. In direct response to your concern there. Merry Christmas, Alexis. Merry Joe, Miss Nix. Okay, so... Run yourself across a bunch of soul sand to the mining desert where the hermits take more sand than they deserve. I don't think we've actually seen the Beetlejuice in 2 months. Like, October, people were definitely tipping a lot. But, like, when we got into November and December, people were saving money for Christmas. So, like, I don't think I've actually put on this jacket in about 60 days. So, yeah. Vickman says, if you're okay with cheating, there's gravity block duping for sand. Well, I'm not. This is Hermitcraft. I want to do it right. I have, like... dozens of people watching. So I'm going to go actually dig for sand like an adult. Funny Cinema says, how much for the jacket? About 115, but like I wanted one that I could wear to conventions and get pictures with people. Like I didn't just... So the thing is, it's not just a jacket. It's an actual Beetlejuice suit. It's... But But, here's the thing, though, is, when you're doing this show for folks, you kind of want to do things right, Did I overshoot my turn? I'm worried I missed my turn. I'm, like, almost certain now I missed my turn. I need signs that tell me, yeah, okay, I definitely missed it. We've gone too far. Okay. How are our boots? Okay. How old is my profile picture? I took it when I got my Twitter account in 2008. And then I decided to keep my hair the same way forever because it took 2 hours. I had a professional photographer. We took about 135 pictures, and only one of them turned out, like, good. It wasn't that the photographer was bad. It's that I'm always in motion, so photographs of me look wrong. Finding a photograph of my face that doesn't make me look like I'm blurry because I'm moving is super rare. And so I'm like, well, I'll just keep the same glasses and hair forever. And hey, we just got another tip via PayPal. Thank you very much from Devi, who says, Merry Christmas from Australia. Merry Christmas to Australia there, Devi. That's not an Australian accent at all. But either way, we're $25 away from the next Beetlejuice expansion. So thank you very much. But yeah, people are always telling me, like, Joe, you need to get a new face camera picture. Or, sorry, not a new face camera picture. A new Twitter or YouTube picture. And I'm always like, well, do you want to go and hang around a park with a professional photographer for 2 hours and his assistant? Because I don't. It was miserable last time, and I'm kind of good forever. Wait. Mining desert. Yes, please. Void Chavik says, out of curiosity, is it better to give regularly through Patreon or more sporadically through PayPal tips during streams? I mean, it depends on how much you're giving, honestly. So PayPal tips, I get a better cut of, but like, it's kind of like, it's whatever's best for you, really. Like, the idea of having multiple places for people to give is so they can give in a way that is least inconvenient for them. So unlike a lot of hermits, I actually just need the sandstone here. They come here and dig out the sand and leave the sandstone. DRC says, love how Americans say Australia. Well, we do our best. So I don't really want to be pulling up all these other things, but it's all kind of mixed in here is the problem. I should probably fly somewhere that there's less stone intermixed with the sandstone. That would be the rational response to this. Hello, bunny stuck down in the hole. If I'm late, don't wait. Go on without me. I may tarry a while, 'cause I need to know before I go what makes the bunny style. Do 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 do. Peter Rabbit likes to jump across this desert plain. But everyone says to me, each cabbage patch is the same. Funny, that's broadly off topic. You know what? Dreams are for sleeping. That's a timeout. It's clinically proven. Sawyer, don't encourage it. That's a timeout. If you see somebody asking about drama and you engage with them, I'm going to say, no, don't do that. That's like if somebody's like, hey, let's all post our mother's maiden names. I'm going to say, don't do that. I'm going to start timing out people who are posting their mother's maiden names. Okay. Wow, people are still doing it. Okay. Hey, it looks like we just got another tip via PayPal, though. Thank you very much to Joyce, who says, Merry Christmas. Thank you for providing great entertainment. It has made this year better. Tip in 35. That puts us $10 past our next face camera expansion, 40 away from the one beyond that. So here we go. It's time to... It's time for the Beetlejuice to be even Beetlemost, or we're just gonna drag this all the way out of here. OBS doesn't want to do it, but we're okay, accept. So yeah, here we go. It's time to expand the Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice finds a way. Dropping that Joe Pesty now to 20%. And hey, thank you to Patrick Kelly, who tips another 20. Who says, Happy Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve to you as well, Patrick Kelly. That is going to put us 20 away from our next face camera expansion. So thank you to Joyce for hitting that Beetlejuice expansion milestone, and Patrick for getting us only $20 away from the next one. Okay. How are we doing on these? We are doing okay, but not ideal. Where's the sun? It's in the sky. Have a good night, Lone Star Wolf. Also, for people worried about Cosmo, just so you know, I banned them for posting the things that the auto mod deleted, not for saying the thing that you guys saw. Because I saw one message from that person went through, and then other things only went to me. And sometimes I know that it gets disconcerting when you're like, oh, that person said something like, maybe they're in a bad place and need our help. Why did Joe just ban them and delete their messages? Because of the messages you didn't see. Wow. They are not good. This person is clearly, like, directly attacking everyone here. And I don't have time for it. So, yeah. Okay. I think we have enough. So at 15 high, that's going to be like 60 blocks for each bit of this. And we've got quite a few stacks here. We might not be full. Hey, welcome, Michelle the Martian. Merry Christmas to you as well. Okay. The expansions are every 50 once we reach Beetlejuice. Because usually on streams where we get enough money to hit the Beetlejuice, if I don't, like, start moving it to every 50, we will never get literally anything done. And here is our bed. Here is our bed. Lay your head down and dream. La da da da. Da 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 dee. Joe Hill said it could be here. We could be grabbing sandstone for more than a year. I should have said until the new year. 2021 can't come too fast. Let's grab enough sandstone that it will last. La da 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 dee. Well, we still have the Jomez Adams suit that I bought for a wedding in October that didn't, like, I mean, the wedding might have happened, but, like, the invite to the wedding, because, like, COVID, everything was nuts. So I still have the Jomez Adams suit I can wear if we hit one more face camera, or not one more face camera expansion, but if we blow past the Beetlejuice. But I'm not counting on that tonight. But like, I mean, I do have more things to change into if need be. But unlike the Beetlejuice suit, which I bought to wear on stream to be silly, like I actually bought the Jomez Adams suit because I was like, oh, I'm invited to a wedding. And I'm sure that anyone who would like me to go as their date to a wedding would probably like me to, you know, low-key cosplay as Gomez Adams at this wedding. Maybe don't low-key cosplay at weddings now that I'm saying this out loud. But, I don't know, you gotta know your audience. No worries, Vorticia. The folks who have already donated tonight are supporting the show for everybody in the community, whether they can, you know, donate or not. Like, I don't only make this show for people with money. I explicitly make the show largely for people without money, but it's the people who are at a place in their life where they can support the show that help keep it on the air. So, it's a weird thing, but like, when I came up with the idea of doing this whole YouTube thing, it was like, well, hey, I'm paying off all these student loans. I want to make entertainment for people who have no money too. Because like people with money can watch cable, but people with no money, they're stuck watching YouTube. And things have changed in the last 9 years to some degree. YouTube is bigger now than it was then, but like, you know, nobody who doesn't have money should feel guilty for enjoying my show for free. That's the point of my show, is for it to be free. At the same time, I do have rent to pay and a child. I'm a single parent, so when people do support the show, I need the help. I appreciate the help, but, you know, when you're in a place where you can support the arts, whether it's supporting me or supporting someone else, you know, you should certainly do it, but don't feel bad if you're not there now, because it took me 10 years to pay off my educational debt after getting out of school. So, you know, don't worry about it. I've been there. I'm making this for you. Shell the Martian says, how's your Christmas been, Joe? Really good on the whole. Shell says, I'm currently sick and glad you're live streaming because your vids and live streams make me happy. Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I hope you recover quickly. Peter Odegaard tips 20, who says, howdy, Joe, Merry Christmas. That is going to put us evenly, if you look at the abacus here, that's barely visible on the screen, but that puts us evenly at our next $50 milestone target. So it's time to go ahead and once more, dang it, OBS, expand. Where's the corner? I need the corner so I can drag the drag handle. Jost, where's my eyes? Somewhere in here is my eyes. Gonna lower that opacity now to 16%. So thank you very much to Peter Odegaard, and Merry Christmas to you and yours as well. And part of me thinks what I should do at this point is maybe grab some extra furnaces out of our glass blowers workshop here. Hey, Merry Christmas, Nishat Anjum Shuhi. Hey, Jay Reagan tips another 5. That puts us 45 away from the next face camera expansion. Who says, it was a night of Christmas and all through the spawn, we were thankful of the hills, both Joe and Sean. Well, thank you very much, Jay Reagan. I appreciate you supporting the show as well. Y'all who help keep the show on the air. So, like, for a long time, I basically, like, so that's the thing, is, like, for a long time, I basically financed this show out of my day job. And it's one of those things, though, with coronavirus going on, it's hard for me to balance this with my day job. So I had to stop doing my day job so I could help my kid with virtual school. And So now I'm kind of dependent on tips from y'all, and y'all have done an incredible service to me and to this entire community by supporting the show. So thank you so much to everyone. And what I'm kind of thinking is I should be burning, actually, not maybe the sandstone, but the wood right now. Let's burn some wood to make more coal, and then we'll feed the coal in, and then we'll cook the sandstone. I lost the green screen. It's a casualty of war. We got another one here. Leo the Leaf tips 5, putting us 40 away from the next face camera expansion. He says, a donation on behalf of all the lovely friends in chat who can't donate ATM, which is at the minute, not automated teller machine. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for the good vibes. You are most welcome for the good vibes, Leo the Leaf, and everyone on behalf of whom you are currently tipping. So we have here 7. That's enough to go in here and grab some more lumber. Hey, congrats on your first mortgage, Gummy Bear. I'm still working on getting mine. The bank basically said, hey, if you're recently self-employed, that's the same thing as being recently unemployed. So come back to us in once you get 2 years worth of tax returns on that self-employment. But yeah, that's I'll worry about that later. We are just having fun tonight, not worrying about stuff like that. Okay. So let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3. Can put in another 2 here. That's not enough. La da da da, da 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 dee, la da da da. Hey, we're actually doing pretty okay on all this. So what I think I should do is let's go ahead and grab some of these. I should probably leave the one that was actually hooked up to the hopper. Hey, Ava Glowworm, we are working on a Brandenburg gate from the Mitte district of Berlin, Germany for, as like a New Year's thing. We are actually starting on this like 8 or 7 days in advance. Normally, I'm building stuff like the night before I need it. So we are actually, like, broadly speaking, ahead of schedule for the first time in, like, Hermitcraft history. Woo! So, even though we might not seem like we're making that much progress tonight. Vidmaster says, I wonder if changing jobs right before looking at a house loan would be similar trouble. No, if you have a salary, they really like that. If you are self-employed, they really don't like that. There's a bunch of federal laws that encourage you to be part of the system and discourage you from being self-employed. Like, it's like federal law stuff. And so, no, changing jobs is fine. Getting a better job is fine. But getting a better self-employed job is different. Travis Erickson, thank you for the 50, who says, Merry Christmas, Joe and fans. I hope everyone is having a great night. Well, thank you very much, Travis, for that. That is going to put us 10 past our next face camera expansion and 40 away from the one beyond that. So here we go. It's time to... Wait, where's my cursor? Expand. OBS is really freaking out. The camera is way too big. And it's like, don't make this bigger. And I'm like, too bad. I do what I want. Expand. Just. Do. And we're going to lower our opacity now to 12%. So there we go. And it looks like we're going to have to go to bed here. Ladder to bedroom, ladder to bedroom. You always want your bedroom right off the kitchen. Not really, no. It's not actually optimal. Shako Ram says, just got back. Mit is pronounced Mitte, by the way. No silent E's in German. Lol. Good to know. No worries, Travis. Honestly, here's the thing: is like with all the, I just round it. I just round it. I'm not worried. I'm not here to pinch pennies. Welcome, Great British Packers fan. I just acknowledged you. Angelo says, do the episodes produce much to any revenue? Honestly, the ad revenue on episodes used to be, like, ad revenue on YouTube when I first started was way higher. And even though I have more viewers now than I did then, ad revenue has just dropped to, like, way, way lower. Most of my revenue is actually from the streams and Patreon at this point. And the Patreon patrons, though, want the episodes made. So the episodes are going to keep getting made. But YouTube ad revenue is, like, super bad. Like, it's ludicrously low since COVID hit. And people who built their entire, like, thing around ad revenue are way more screwed on that than I am. But because I've gone out of my way to diversify my revenue streams, I'm not in a particularly bad shape on that. Have I been to Argentina? I have not. I would love to travel there someday, but haven't yet. Okay. Where's Joe gone? I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. It's not fair to deny me. I don't know. You oughta, Joe. Okay, so we're still cooking some more coal on those. Yeah, so YouTube ads are an auction-based system, and the bidding has been way lower since COVID hit. So people are paying less, which means that creators are making less. But that's why when I say, like, the people who tip during these streams keep the lights on, like, that's, like, a real thing. That's not, like, an exaggeration to make them feel good. Like, I was able to quit my job to focus on YouTube because of people here. Esmeralda Brush says, what must I do to be a YouTuber? Get a Google account and start uploading videos. But, like, realistically, like, I was making things on YouTube for a long time before I made any significant amount of money off it. Like, I've been doing YouTube on the most popular Minecraft server in the world for, like, 7 years before I could go full-time on YouTube. So, like, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You know, just so you know. Like, you might just have to work at it for 7 or 8 years. And it was a break-even thing for a long time for me. And I kept doing it because I was like, well, even if this YouTube thing doesn't work out directly for me, it's helping me make connections that'll get me jobs in my traditional industry, which was programming. Because I'm meeting all these other cool programmers through YouTube. So it's kind of one of those things like, have another job to fall back on, would be another piece of advice. Okay, so we need to go up. Was it 11 or 15? It's 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's make sure that's right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Seems right to me. Hey, Merry Christmas, Eastern Standard Time viewers. Okay. Hey, congrats on your first mortgage, Gummy Bear. I'm still working on mine. They told me to come back once I have 2 years of self-employed income tax returns. So that's currently my plan. They're like, being self-employed and being unemployed is basically the same until you have 2 years of tax returns to prove otherwise. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, well, I'm not a bank. And they're like, it doesn't matter if we're a bank or a credit union. These are federal laws about who we can loan money to at these interest rates. And it's like, okay. Boo. Doesn't seem very punk of you. And they're like, we're a bank. It's not our job to be punk. And I'm like, but what if it was? No, that didn't go over well. Don't ask banks to be more punk. Okay. We are building a Brandenburg Gate based on the one in Mitte in Berlin. Yeah, somebody says punk bank is best bank. One of my brothers went to school to be an accountant, and he switched to industrial logistics because he said the problem with accounting is whenever you do anything creative, it turns out it's against the law. Like, my family, we're all creative problem solvers. And he was just like, the thing is, you keep thinking like, oh, I could do this better. But they don't want you to do it better if you're an accountant. They want you to do it the only way that you're allowed to do it. And because you're not solving problems by doing it better a different way. You're creating problems. And so he ended up going into like industrial logistics instead and like improving manufacturing processes. Because with manufacturing processes, there's room for improvement, and everybody's like, whoa, you found a better way to make plastics. Let's do more of that. Instead of like, oh, you found an illegal way to move money around. It's like, no, it doesn't have to be illegal. It is illegal. Don't move money around like that. But why is it illegal? That's not what people expect. But, so, I did go to college. I have a degree from Vanderbilt University, my alma mater. But yeah, so there's no punk banks because they're just illegal, is my point. No, we're 2 blocks short. I did not do YouTube in college. I made webcomics because I was in college a long time ago before YouTube was really a thing. Okay. Yeah, we're doing the Brandenburg Gate from the Mitte district of Berlin, Germany. Is there a face camera today? Yeah, that's that thing that keeps moving in front of the screen. It's like 12% opacity and my eyes are huge. I can wave my hand in front of it and you're going to be like, what? Why are you doing that? You can't see my hand. What I should do also is pull out more sandstone here. We're smoothing out the sandstone. La da 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 da. How are we for time? It's 11:07. It's a little late. But tomorrow's Christmas because it's Christmas. Wait, is that Am I just like doing all VeggieTales all the time this week? Is because it's Christmas a VeggieTales song? Vanderbilt had a lot of problems when I was there, and they have worked very hard to get better at them. I don't know, Cardinal. It just makes my life easier. That's all I'm worried about. Yeah, Vandy's campus is gorgeous. It's a arboretum. So, like, when I was at Vanderbilt, I lived in the Philosophy and Fine Arts dorm, which is, like, where all of the, like, cool anti-establishment people lived. And it was a really good time for me. One of the nice things about that is you didn't have to be studying philosophy and fine arts. But, like, if you were an engineer or a music student or whatever, that was fine, too. Merry Christmas, Fraz. I'm glad that you're happy for my happiness. Am I the only person on the server right now? According to this, yes. Dang it, this is my only username. I did not know that, and I thought that I had fixed that, but it's too late to fix it now because I'm already streaming. So, I guess we're just going to have to accept that. Okay, let's grab more coal from these. Where's the smooth one? So it wasn't like a group, it wasn't a dorm only for music majors, but like people from all 4 of the major schools at Vanderbilt could live there, including music majors. And so I was in the School of Arts and Science studying history, but like there were engineers that lived there, there were musicians, there were educators. It was a good place to live. The scoreboard is counting snowballs thrown, I believe. I responded to you earlier, Great British Packers Minecraft fan. I try not to respond to the same person like 8 times in a row because it makes other people feel left out. I've responded to like one of the first things you said, which meant that then I was going to ignore the follow-up things you said. That's just how I run my show, so that people don't feel like they're being left out. And if you feel left out because I responded to the first thing you said, like, I guess it's not a perfect system, but it's a system we have, so that's where we're at. I did see Tango and says Snowman. That sounds awesome. I'm glad that they are working on cool stuff like that for the holidays. Sometimes I think people I'm responding to, like, just mute the stream and don't care that I'm actually responding to them. Kyle says, how do you learn to build? Well, I used to work in something that Google made called SketchUp. I used to do 3D models in that before Minecraft even existed, so I could draw comic panels of buildings and architecture and stuff. So, mostly just by experimentation. But I mean, like, while I was in school for history, I actually took several courses on drawing. And so, like, not that drawing is the same as building, but It does help to have, like, fine arts background, even if you don't have a fine arts degree. Cafe Suwu says, I love drawing, but I haven't adapted digitally yet. I mean, honestly, just drawing in whatever format is the best for you. I started doing a lot of digital work, even though all my school work, all my drawing courses were charcoal and paper. But I did all my non-school work drawing in Adobe Illustrator, and I live streamed it. So I could learn, like, modern comic creation techniques. Okay. I just don't have enough furnaces for this to be efficient. Dang it. We need so many more pillars than we have here. Like, hopefully B-dubs will keep these chunks loaded later. But, I mean, that only gets us so far with one stack in each of these. And we still do need to make more pillars. Okay. We need to get some, I could make a super smelter, but I feel like I don't need it. Do I have torches in here? Torches are helpful for demarcating things. So this is 65 meters wide. And there's 6 2-meter wide things. So that means 12 of the 65 meters are columns. 65 minus 12 is 53. 53 divided by 5 is like 5.5. So that means we need to mark out like 5.5 between these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need to come over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Block. Wait, that can't be right. Hold on. Because that's already 6 pillars. What am I doing wrong? 65 minus 12 is 53. 53 divided by 5. Oh, that's like 10.5. Yeah, this was built in 1791. Thank you, Vidmaster. Never do math on stream. Exactly. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Block. And then 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Block. So we're going to go 10 and then 11 on this side. And the middle has a bigger gap. Good to know, Superstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Block. And then this middle should be the wider gap that we were talking about, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's how you plot out a Brandenburg Gate. Okay? It's not perfect, but it's Minecraft, so we got to make some changes. And we got to do what we can with what we have. Okay. I feel like I don't have any Minecraft noises, but clearly I do. I heard the chest. Okay. So we're going to need to turn a lot of the traditional sandstone we have into walls. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay, cool. B-Dubs will have the best view of the gate. I got permission from him before I started working on this because I did not want to ruin his thing. Okay. Whew. Well, I am starting to yawn, and that is not just me like yawning because I'm getting in bed in Minecraft. But like, I feel like we made some progress today. We got a ton of stone. We figured out where our gate goes, and we have built two of the main... We built the end pillars from it. So, like, that's not that crazy on the whole. If I go to twitch.tv/following, like, who is streaming? Hey, it looks like, the creator of Night in the Woods, Bombs Fall, is doing a late night gaming radio show. And I'm a huge fan of Night in the Woods, and the creator of it in particular has an amazing Twitter feed. He's playing some sort of game where he rides around on a pony while he talks, but honestly, like, that's what I would do if I created a successful indie game and had money. The pony's named Fancy. How could we not raid that? So until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.